Hi, I'm Bob Hoganson with Martin County Television. On August 29th, Martin County voters will go to the polls to decide on adding a 1% sales surtax to the already existing 6% state sales tax. Currently, 61 of 67 counties in Florida levy an additional local tax. Undoubtedly, many residents have questions. Some of you have reached out to us on Facebook. I had an opportunity to sit down with Deputy County Administrator Don Donaldson to answer some of those questions. I'm here with Deputy County Administrator Don Donaldson. Don, thank you for joining us today. There are a lot of questions out there, so let's just get straight to it. Chad Samuels wrote to us on Facebook. He says, why can't the county just take 1% from every department's budget to help pay for this 1%?
Well, there's a couple of reasons that becomes difficult. First is that not all departments' funds can be used in another department. Depending upon how the fees are collected, for example, the building department can only be spent on building department functions. And so other than a ad valorem type funding, which like the libraries and things like that, so not all funds can be spent for different projects such as capital needs. The other issue is that all the other departments also have a very tight budget, and given their staffing, oftentimes taking even a percent can sometimes mean requirement of eliminating staff. Through the reductions that we went through in the Great Recession, we're still actually coming out of that. It's maybe hard to believe, but the demands for our level of service are still, we're very lean, especially when we compare ourselves to others. So taking that 1% off of sounds simple, but in fact it is not. Giving our demands for level of service are going up. For example, like in mosquito control, the Zika and other disease outbreaks are actually demanding more of us. So that makes it difficult, and the board has gone through those budget analysis, and we simply don't have it.
Another question was talking about how projects will be prioritized. Shannon Elizabeth asks on Facebook, why won't you prioritize the projects you plan to use for these funds that we'll get if the sales tax passes?
Well, the county has a list of projects, and they are, we actually have a ranking to those. And unfortunately, the list is so large in some cases that if you evaluate things, for example, from 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst, we have lots of projects that are in that group together at the same rankings of 10s and 9s. We also have a list of the septic sewer projects, which are equally have a priority order based upon their distance to the lagoon, and the board has gone through that. So in the end, all of those projects are sequenced based upon their opportunity. For instance, when the utilities is doing a neighborhood, we want to combine the roads repairs coincident in that. So the board will be, staff will be presenting those projects in an order. It'll be reviewed at a public hearing every year. And they may be adjusted if we get other grants to help us subsidize the program to lower the burden of the taxes. So we do have a list of projects, and we do have an order of which we plan to do them.
Some of those projects have to do with water quality. Obviously, that's a big topic around Martin County. A lot of people reached out to us on Facebook asking about water quality specifically. Some of the questions include, how will this tax specifically be used to address water quality issues in Martin County?
No, that's a great question, and that is a big focus of what we're looking at. We're looking to spend over 40%. The ordinance that we passed requires us to spend a minimum of 35% on water quality projects, and those are essentially two different types of projects. We have our Office of Water Quality in the engineering department that specifically designs projects to treat stormwater runoff. That's the water that's coming off of our land before it goes into the estuary. And they build projects to treat that stormwater either through ponds or wetland systems that we create, or through various technologies like baffle boxes or this hybrid wetland treatment technology that we've done. So that's a component that you've seen in some of our projects at Salerno Creek retrofit, and others are examples. The other significant component is with the septic to sewer program, wherein we have found that even functioning septic tanks are adding nitrogen and other pollutants into the river, even though they've properly been treated by hooking them up to our utility system, we can treat that and keep it from going into the river. So those are the two major components that we'll be using the stormwater. In addition, when we're actually doing the roads retrofitting, we'll be repairing swales and other things that do provide treatment, but we haven't specifically targeted or as a measurement of water quality, but they will be providing benefits as well.
And that's all we have now for the questions. Don, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching, and keep sending us your questions, and we will be sure to answer them right here on Facebook. For Martin County Television, I'm Bob Hoganson.